We're on an elevator.
Magmore Caverns!
Yep, heading down into Magmore Caverns.
Super fast elevator time!
I love these elevators. I wish I had an elevator like this in my house.
Look at the face. There's a face in that mask.
Mask face.
Magmore Caverns. And a door.
And Magmore Caverns is a pretty cool place.
Yeah, I've like... Oh, you fell. I know the music in this place, even though I've never played it.
Yeah, the music here is probably my favorite song in the entire soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
There's a save point right here, which we are not going to use, as usual.
Good idea.
And over here, we have something that's really hard to... They're really hard to scan. These are Shriekbats. You may remember these from the original Metroid.
Do they scream at you?
Yes,
Is that like
they
their
do.
attack?
Well, they scream at you and dive bomb you.
Oh.
Unfortunately for us, heat levels here are critical, so there's nowhere for us to go down here.
Oh. So where do you go?
I just decided to take a poke down here, see what was going on.
Poke.
But we're gonna head on back upstairs for now.
That's a good idea.
By upstairs, I mean up the magical elevator that doesn't seem to have any sort of propulsion to it.
Well, it's a magical elevator. You don't have. It doesn't have to explain anything to you.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to justify itself to me.
It's an elevator, man.
These are also elevators.
They are, and they're like connected to the wall, and they're really dangerous. Like whoever built this place must really have wanted people to die.
Yeah, because, I mean, just look at that exit. Like, you walk out there and you're like, whoa, where'd the floor go? And then you fall and die.
Goodbye, life. I won't miss you.
Like, you can see how fast the elevators are going. It's like, there's no walls around those elevators. So, like, what if someone, like, got bumped and, like, their head hit the wall and it would just, like, grind off their face?
That would be cool. What if you're just fighting someone there and you just push them into the wall and just hold them there the whole way down or up? Or what if your foot got caught on the side? Ouch.
Oh my god, that sounds terrible.
Goodbye, foot.
I'll miss you. You were my favorite foot.
Hello, pain. And then your other foot will get all jealous. It's like, what? That was your favorite one? And then it'll kick you sometime while you're not expecting it.
When you're least expecting it, foot to the face.
And you're just like, why did my foot just kick me? I didn't mean to do that. And then the people around you will just tell you because you are retarded and have no control over your limbs.
Alright, this room right here, you have to go through this room without the upgrade you need to get the upgrade that's in here. So it demonstrates, I'll be quiet for a second so you can hear it. You hear that kind of low humming?
I hear something.
That humming, you can hear it whenever there's an upgrade around. So if you're playing this, if you're like watching this and you're like, hey, this is a game I've never played, let's watch this. Always listen for that humming, because that means there's something around you. Also energy tank here on this cliff.
I love energy tanks. It like makes your health go 100 more.
Yep, they're so useful. They're my favorite.
It makes it like harder to die and things.
Yep, they have been 100 health in every Metroid game. It's kind of a tradition.
Oh yeah.
Except, there is an exception though. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was asking, is it actually 100 or is it just 99?
It's 100.
Okay.
Because you start with 99 and then you go to 199, then 299.
Oh, okay.
But there's actually one exception to that. This is actually how to get through this dead end, by the way, if you couldn't tell.
Oh.
In Metroid Zero Mission, there's a hard mode that you unlock after beating the game normally, and the energy tanks in that only give you 50.
That's mean.
That is mean. Also, here's our first very dark room. Let's kill our only sources of light.
Sounds like a good idea.
It's a legit plan.
Well, you have your arm flashlight from the last video.
Exactly. We don't need this light.
Yeah, just use that.
More Chozo script. These things are everywhere.
They're like right on the. They're like on the walls and things.
Yep.
Man, that's everywhere.
And right here, if you scan this fountain, you can see that it has the toxin levels, which that Chozo script was talking about.
Ah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of crossover there. It's pretty neat.
It's pretty.
Here we have another room full of fucking Shriekbats.
Well, good. Now they can scream at
The
you.
little shriek they make before they dive at you can be really startling if you don't know what's coming.
Why do the badges scream at me? Oh, like it's a thing, that tentacles.
These are Reaper vines. I'm not entirely sure how these things came about, like from an evolutionary perspective, because they're just like snakes that sit in the wall with like a spike at the end, and they just swing back and forth until you shoot them in the eye, and then they run away.
I thought they were plants. Like some kind of evil plant that likes to kill people.
Well, they're called Reaper vines, but they're more plant-like. And did you see how even though it was going back in and it didn't hurt us, it still like pulled us when we jumped against it?
Yeah.
Remember that they do that because they become massive jerks later on.
I hate jerks.
There we have more Shriekbats. I could sense them. I could smell them.
Ew.
Safe.
What does Shriekbats smell like?
This Shriekbat?
Oh. Okay. Oh.
Blast caps. These guys actually are plants. If you touch them, they explode.
Touch them.
See,
Touch them.
I will touch them with my gun.
Is it like a trap for pedophiles?
Yes.
I thought that's a good plan. They need to put that into use here, around here.
One of the weird things about this game is pretty much every light in the game you can scan and they will tell you something. Whether it's like a light like that tells you, I was trying to scan that because I knew you could blow it up and get a missile expansion. Whether it's a light like that like tells you some sort of cryptic message, or there are some lights later in the game that when you scan them, it's just like, this light is working at 80% brightness.
Oh.
Those are the boring lights. Those were the lights that didn't have any friends in school.
Yeah. They didn't try their hardest. They only gave about 80%, I would say.
Oh, I see.
I would say they never realized their full potential, which is sad.
That is sad. Here we have the introduction of two things that were widely actually panned about Metroid Prime. One is these runic symbols. They don't use them very often, but critics seem to not like the whole, like, you have to scavenger hunt through the game to find these scan panels to open doors.
I kind of like that. I think that's an interesting way to unlock.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too, but a lot of critics were like, that's dumb and a waste of time, just open the door.
Yeah, those critics probably just want to finish the game as fast as possible so they can get the review done and be like, yay, pay me.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a reviewer. I don't know any reviewers, but you never know with people. Man.
Yep, you never know. And
You did it.
the other widely maligned thing about this game from a critical standpoint was these first-person jumping puzzles, which I think were done really well because, like, sure, it's hard to tell where you... Also, right there is what I was telling you to remember.
Oh!
That thing was sliding back in, and I thought I could jump, but no, he had to be a jerk and shove me in the lava.
And then you got acided.
Yep.
Ow.
But a lot of people were like, jumping puzzles in first-person games never work. It's entirely dumb, and it's a bad premise. So EA and DICE were like, ha, Mirror's Edge. Entire game.
And I hate platforming first-person puzzles. God, I would never play a game like that.
Yeah, I know. I don't blame you.
It doesn't make sense.
But like this game, it does them really well because they're never really difficult, and your jumping is really easy to control, and it's very consistent. Like every time you jump, you know exactly where you're going to go and what you're going to do.
Charge beam.
Yep, here we have one of my favorite abilities in the game, and one of the most...
blue flashlight.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
One of the most useful abilities in the game is the charge beam.
Do you like charge up your beam and then shoot it? Like charging it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's also the
That makes
only, if you can't tell by these things all opening as soon as you got the charge beam and making this cool little laser light show, the charge beam is also the only thing that can destroy ions, I think these things are called?
Something like that, yeah.
I always think they're called Ilops, but no, I think they're ions.
Yeah.
Also,
It's kind of creepy
Yeah.
that the walls are like looking at you.
the walls have eyes. It's a little creepy.
The hills have eyes too.
Well, maybe the walls and hills are friends.
Wall hills.
Also, remember that little round thing. We're gonna have to come back here soon.
Do you get to go through it?
Yup.
Yeah. Oh man. In this game.
How did you know?
I don't know. I'm a smart one.
The funny thing is, the charge beam is actually optional. You can play through this whole game without it.
Really?
Yep, because you don't have to go back there and get it. You can just come up these platforms right now and completely skip the charge beam. I usually grab it because it's really powerful, especially once we start getting other weapons that go along with it. It really just blows most enemies in this game away. A fully charged shot is about equal in damage to a missile.
And it looked like when you were charging it there, the health and stuff came towards you like it loved you.
Yep, that's the other like main function of the charge beam is it
makes inanimate objects like you.
Yes.
So they just come towards you.
It's
like, oh, I want to be with her.
Makes things like you. Also, there was one of the lights that just says we're functioning at 80%.
Dumb light.
This part of Chozo Ruins really likes Shriekbats, by the way.
I thought so. Everyone likes Shriekbats, though.
I don't like Shriekbats.
Well, then you're a social outcast and no one likes you.
That's probably true.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh well. See, look, there's more Shriekbats up there. I'm gonna shoot them before they get a chance to jump at me. But then I come over here and I don't realize, there's Shriekbats here too. They're everywhere.
Shriekbats are shrieking and stuff. Yay.
Yep.
Water.
Yep, dead end over here, so we're gonna have to head on back the other way.
Oh, look, poles. And a hall, also.
I like poles.
Yeah, you do.
Wait, no.
Yeah, you do.
Don't misinterpret that.
I've seen what you do in your free time.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I have. You don't even know what I do in my free time.
I play video games in my free time.
And I knew that, so I was right. I do know. So now what?
Now we find probably the silliest boss in this game. He is a flamethrower. The incinerator drone.
Oh, it's an actual flamethrower.
Yeah, he's a flamethrower.
It's like you're fighting a... But you know what goes best with a flamethrower?
What?
A Wookiee.
Yes.
Wookiee with a flamethrower. Best thing.
If there's anyone out there who's played Star Wars The Old Republic, please leave a comment, and I will be like, you play a good video game.
You play a good video game.
A video game that we're probably going to play in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the incinerator drone. He will spin around with his little flamethrower things, and they'll occasionally shoot out at an angle that you have to like jump over. And then his little eye thing will pop out of the top, shoot it, and he will turn vertical and shoot the fire up into the War Wasp hive.
Good.
Which makes War Wasps pop out, and you can shoot at them to distract yourself while waiting for the flamethrower to be done flamethrowering.
That's good. I hate War Wasps. Wasps is a really hard word to say.
It is.
I don't know. It's the SPS thing.
Yep.
It makes it tough.
I also really like the fire effects of this. Well, this whole game has good fire effects, but the fire effect of the flamethrower here, I really like.
It looks like fire.
It's very colorful. I like it. Also, got a good view of it right there as it shot right into my screen. I'm good at dodging these things. There we go. Now it explodes and leaves ourselves a little ball. So now Samus...
Why is there a ball inside the flamethrower?
Because it's a morph ball.
Oh. Ah, my bones!
Nope, just kidding. It's a bomb.
Oh. You can jump now.
Yep. By blowing yourself up.
That makes a lot of sense.
First, crush all of your bones, and this lets us blow our way through sandstone, I believe, is the type of stone that you can blow holes in with bombs. I think it's sandstone that you blow up with bombs, and Bendesium that you blow up with missiles. But they could be switched around, I don't know. I get those mechanics.
Yeah, I remember. I have to say, I really like the sounds it plays whenever you pick up any kind of upgrade in this game. Like the different sounds for that.
Yeah, it's such a satisfying sound.
I like those sounds.
That's also just bombed from the inside.
That was scary.
Yep, because now we have a little puzzle. Well, not so much a timing, or not so much a puzzle as a time attack thing. We have to run around and try to get all 3 of these things turned on before the time runs out, and we have to start over again from the beginning.
Oh.
And the only way to turn them on is with explosions.
Well, that's how you turn most things on. What?
Yeah, in the Metroid universe, it's kind of true, actually.
Explode.
It will explode!
Explode.
I like to explode things.
Me too. I just love platforming. Platform.
Like I said earlier, the platforming in this game is actually really good. There's one specific jump, actually, and you can probably tell just how notorious the jump is by the fact that I can recall it when we're not anywhere near it. There's one specific jump that always irritates me because you need to jump at like the last possible frame, and I always miss it like 2 or 3 times before I finally get it.
Oh.
But I'll be sure to point it out when we get there, because you'll see me repeatedly fall.
You ran into that platform back there, man.
Yep.
What's your face?
First, I decided to see if Samus still had her helmet on.
If she still had a face.
Yep.
That's good.
Also, there's a little spoiler in the game for what we're getting later. Spider Ball.
Spider Ball.
But
Spider
if you
Ball.
go around the Spider Ball track, you can find ourselves an energy tank back here.
And then you have more health. Yes!
Health is usually a good thing.
It makes you not die.
Yep, I've seen people play through this game with 99 health, and I know for a fact I could never do that.
I guess that means you have to do that now.
No. I would never be. I would die so much.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
But at least in this game, it's possible. Also, that door would not open.
Open!
That was also pretty sweet dodge, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, it was.
Kind of action rolled past all those Shriekbats.
I was impressed.
I can tell.
I was really impressed.
I was gonna cut out this backtracking, but I decided to leave in like showing all the little morph ball shortcuts that you can use now that you have the bomb.
Yeah, and it is like a part of the game, backtracking. So, maybe a little bit won't hurt people.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like cut down
like
just like a montage of Metroid Prime highlights, but
oh yeah. I don't know. It's just when you have like a lot of backtracking that it starts like slowly tearing off people's limbs.
Anger backtracking. Well, hope you enjoyed fighting the Flamethrower.
It was fun.
It was fun. See everyone next time.
Goodbye.
Saving this time.
Metroid. Bragels.